I've seen plenty of stupid decisions in my life, but my HOA's attempt to strike oil under my land takes the crown. I own a decent-sized ranch, about 40 acres passed down from my grandfather. It's quiet, peaceful, and most importantly, sits just outside the HOA line. That never stopped them from trying to control me, though. For years, they sent letters claiming my fencing was unsightly, my cows were too loud, and my barn violated aesthetic guidelines. I ignored every one of them because, say it with me, I'm not part of their HOA. Then last year, the board got a new president, Karen, naturally. She was convinced my land was sitting on untapped oil wealth. She even bragged at meetings that she had connections who could drill and make the whole neighborhood rich. One afternoon, I saw surveyors on my property. When I asked what they were doing, one guy said, "We're marking drill points for the HOA's test well."
I blinked.
"You mean my pasture?"
"Yeah," he said.
"They said it's part of the community mineral rights."
I nearly laughed.
"Buddy, I've got the deed right here. The only thing they own is a pile of bad decisions." I told them to leave immediately and called the county office to file a trespass complaint. The next day, the HOA president herself showed up with 2 board members and a clipboard. Karen gave me her fake smile. "You can't stop progress, you know. We've already got investors ready."
"On my land?" I asked. She crossed her arms.
"Technically, the mineral rights belong to the neighborhood." "Technically," I said, pulling out a copy of my deed, "they don't." It clearly stated all surface and subsurface mineral rights retained by owner. My grandfather made sure of it back in 1962.
Karen huffed. "We'll see about that."
She did see about it, by secretly hiring a small drilling crew one weekend while I was away visiting family. When I came back, there was a massive hole in my north pasture, a half-finished rig, and a mess of equipment. I called the county sheriff, who came out within an hour. The crew panicked when they realized they were trespassing. The foreman showed me the contract. The HOA board had claimed they owned shared mineral rights. The sheriff shut it all down immediately and fined them for illegal drilling, property damage, and environmental risk.
But karma wasn't finished.
A month later, after the crew left, I noticed part of the ground near the HOA's newly built section, right next to my fence, starting to sink.
Slowly at first. Then faster.
Turns out, their unauthorized drilling had disrupted an underground aquifer that fed through the limestone below their properties. One night, after a week of heavy rain, the inevitable happened. A huge sinkhole opened right in the middle of the HOA's premium lots. It swallowed 2 backyards, a driveway, and half of Karen's brand new patio. By morning, there were news vans, geologists, and city inspectors crawling all over the place. When Karen saw me standing by my fence, coffee in hand, she stormed over.
"This is your fault," she screamed.
I raised an eyebrow. "You mean the sinkhole that formed because you drilled illegally under my property?"
She went red.
"We were trying to help the community." "By destroying it?"
I asked.
"Good work." The county environmental officer walked up right then and told her they'd traced the soil collapse to the illegal drilling site. He also mentioned the fines, lawsuits, and cleanup costs, well into 6 figures. Karen went pale. The HOA board was personally liable. Their oil dream had turned into a financial crater bigger than the one in their subdivision. Over the next 6 months, homeowners filed lawsuits, the board was dissolved, and Karen's house ended up foreclosed. She moved away quietly, while I rebuilt my pasture and fenced off the old drill site for good.
And as for me,
I got compensation for damages, a signed apology from the county, and a new no trespassing, especially HOA sign that.